After finding out that Dylan Gabriel was the starter, the reporters interviewed Shedeur Sanders, and he had an interesting interaction to where he went from a football player to an actual mime during the interaction with the reporters. Is it gonna be a problem? Y'all gonna find out because we gonna talk about it. And are the things getting worse for the 49ers? What was once thought to be an easy schedule for this upcoming season is now looking like it's going to be a lot tougher for those 49ers this year in 2025. Y'all know me and Steve are going to talk about it and break it all down, but you got to hit the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm your host here, Bobby, joined by Steve O. So if y'all ready to talk football, man, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We keeping this thing rolling. Steve O, what's the word, bro?
What's good?
Hey, my man Shedeur Sanders had an interaction with the reporters after, everybody found out that Dylan Gabriel was going to be the starter for this game on Sunday in London versus the Minnesota Vikings, I believe is who the Cleveland Browns are playing. And Shedeur Sanders had an interaction with the reporters to where he didn't say anything. He became a mime. He mouthed, they asked him questions, and he mouthed different responses without actually saying words. Steve-O, what's your thoughts on Shedeur, bro?
This was the time where you just give the political correct answer, get it out the way. This is the time when you've been media trained enough to just know, answer the question how it should be, and just get the hell on. As a quarterback, on your behalf, this looks very, very immature. Because at the end of the day, I'm not saying like everybody in that whole locker room gonna look at it that way, but I'm sure it was one old dude on that locker room was like, "Really, dude? I'm supposed to get behind this," and that's the difference. Like you're not a running back, you're not a wide receiver. Those positions, the cornerbacks, those positions can get away with that type of behavior. As a quarterback, you got to withhold a certain amount of leadership, a certain amount of poise, a certain amount of seriousness at some point. Like, I'm not saying that you can't be yourself. We've seen quarterbacks be themselves, but at the end of the day, it's just certain responses you can't give as a quarterback. And thank God this is not after a game, because it would have been way worse, especially if it was a bad game. But yeah, this is he gonna learn from he if you don't know, we record this in the nighttime, but in the morning he go hear this shit. He gonna hear it, and I can't say you didn't you just gotta be smart on your behalf, bro. Like this wasn't a good look on your part. You trying to be a quarterback and you kind of look kind of crazy. I understand we all understand the situation going on with Cleveland, how people feel like they doing you. We get it, but you can't go out there when a second quarterback gets announced as starter and you sitting here talking about something. And your ass been talking all up until this point. It'll be something you have never done this in your whole career playing football. So yeah, I can't. Yeah, dog. You gonna hear about this shit. That's all I gotta say. You better learn from it.
See, that's kind of like the thing. When I first seen it, I was like, bro, you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself if you're Shedeur Sanders. If you really think about it, number one, just a couple days ago, you said it ain't too many quarterbacks in the league that's better than you. We don't know that because you ain't playing. Shedeur Sanders, you're not playing. So how do we know if you're better than some of these quarterbacks that are actually playing?
You can't go prove it.
Because the last time we seen Shedeur, he was panicking on the football field, and it wasn't good. And I understand that we looked at and we said, hey, we don't necessarily know if he getting a fair shot, but this is not the way you handle it to earn your way back. You feel like the league, the NFL is already trying to show you and make you an example. You're helping them because
Yep.
you're not carrying yourself to the standard of a quarterback. To Steve O's point, Marshawn Lynch can go to the motherfucking booth and say, I'm only here so I won't get fined. Russell Wilson can't do that.
Uh-huh.
Baker Mayfield, when he was talking greasy in front of the media and getting into it with reporters, what that get him? Kicked out of Cleveland. He had to go revitalize himself. And guess what? He never stopped being himself. But now you see with Baker Mayfield has more politically correct answers by still being himself as well, though. You don't
You
have to
learn.
forget who
Yeah.
you are, but you're a quarterback. Everybody knows that loves the sport, bro. Follows the timeline of owner, vice president or executive, GM, coach, and quarterback. That's the hierarchy. It's not, they don't place the linebacker right there. They don't place the defensive tackle right there. The quarterback is typically alongside of the coach as the face. And right now, that don't look good, bro. That don't look good. It looks immature. Like, bro,
Very.
answer the question and say, I'm gonna just keep putting in my work. I'm gonna support Dylan Gabriel the best way I can, and I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
just keep working. And you could have kept it right there. Kept
Yeah,
it there.
because at the end of the day, the people already got it out for you and they can spin this shit very easily. Let's say this man Dylan Gabriel goes out there
And ball.
and not even ball out, plays terrible.
Mm.
You in this earpiece. We could say you at, I mean, Shedeur Lily, you seen his response. He we know he ain't got the best interest in the team and Dylan Gabriel. And that's the thing. You don't want to have the label of this guy don't have the best team. That was like that it looks selfish on your part.
Yep.
You look very selfish in that moment. And a lot of people gonna spin it like that's not very team oriented. And quite frankly, it's not. I'm gonna just keep it a bean with you. If I'm a teammate on you, if I'm David and Joe, I'm like, look here, dog. Then nigga, you got the team. I'm sure you know this. You got the team. You gonna fuck it up before you even get it back. Cause you know saying dumb shit like that was just doing what you just did was just dumb and immature. There's no if ands or but about it. There's gonna be people who come out trying to defend. Ain't nothing to defend about this. Ain't nothing to say, dude. Go out there, answer the questions, move on. You knew what to say. You knew what to say. This is everybody know when and where to play, when and where to be serious. Get the hell on with the question.
In front of the camera is seriousness all the time for a quarterback.
Yeah.
All the time. That's just how it goes, bro. That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And Steve-O, another thing you said they about to let him hear it. They finna go ahead and you screwing it up because you could have been starting for Lamar Jackson now that he's hurt, and you told the Ravens not to
Yeah.
draft you. They're
Yeah.
gonna throw that out there. They're gonna throw that. I think the Eagles wanted some part of them as well. They're gonna throw this type of stuff at you, and you're adding to the fire. Who is your PR rep? Where, like, I'm not even gonna be
Ain't
one of
no way
those
you
type of
got it.
dudes that be like, "Where your dad? He a grown ass man." Where's your PR person to be like, "Hey, they about to come ask you questions about Dylan Gabriel. Handle it this way." If you don't have a PR person with
I ain't
being
gonna
a
lie.
Sanders, you need to get
I
one.
ain't gonna lie. This ain't no PR. He know better.
Facts.
He been around cameras way too. He got a call from Dion. Ain't gonna go do it in public. I know for a fact Dion called him like, dude, why? Why? That was so unnecessary. Answer the day. Hey, dog. Answer the doggone questions, dog.
Facts.
What you said playing with him, bro? You have no leverage. You a fifth round pick, bro. That's what you need to that's the mindset you need to get yourself in right now. I understand you have a first pick. I get it. You got first pick talent, in my opinion. You got first pick mindset. You unfortunately slipped to the fifth round.
Yep.
Therefore, all your leverage is gone. Therefore, you can't halfway act the ass you was been acting. You can
That's
show
it.
your ass when you a first pick. You can't show your ass when you a fifth pick. It
Facts.
never works out that way.
You know what I'm saying? Because he can look down to Dallas. I think Shedeur Texas boy, right?
Yeah.
Look down to Dallas. Dak Prescott was a fourth round quarterback. Now look at him. Highest paid quarterback in the league.
And he's suited and tied to the motherfucker.
And he pushed Tony Romo out the way. The guy that Jerry Jones loved to
Love
death.
was a son to him.
Got him out the way. Yo, bro. Steve, I just got one question before we talk about the Niners. What would be your response to the people be like, well, they were supposed to be interviewing Dylan Gabriel anyway? What's your response, bro?
What?
I literally heard it. I heard it. Somebody was like, well, what else is he supposed to do? They were supposed to be interviewing Dylan Gabriel anyway.
Dumbass. You still don't think they was gonna ask him about that? He
People don't
Shedeur fucking Sanders. He's going.
they don't understand the narrative behind this player. First thing, your last name is Sanders, and you are the son of a Hall of Fame player, the one probably the best, if not one of the best, or if not the
You know
best cornerback.
that we need to move on because the more this going, the more we're getting more irritated because you got it like you have like the thing that you do have on your side is I think it's like 60-40 people think he got the talent to be a starter. That's the only thing that's saving his ass right now.
Mhm.
Most people think he's better than Dylan, better than most people. He just got to get that opportunity. The problem is you're fucking up your opportunities by doing what you're doing.
Facts.
Sit back, let it just be quiet and let it come to you. Then when you get there, then start popping your shit like everybody else. Like
Simple.
the you said Dak. I could bro, and it's so many quarterbacks I could bring up that is the blueprint. Boyd out Kirk Cousins. It's so many
He was
people.
with RG3. RG3 was the starter. He sat back, waited, got his opportunity, never gave it back.
He ain't say shit. Oh, I feel like I'm better. Da, da, da. When it was time to play, it was time to play, and he ain't never give it back.
Then he was ready.
Hell, Michael Penix. When it was his time, it was his time. He's still going strong.
Get ready. Mm-mm.
I think
Mm-mm.
this is. I think this was a. You finna get humbled tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna say. Shut the fuck up. That's something. This is just you gonna learn. This was a shut the fuck up moment. Stop. And now, when I mean shut the fuck up, that don't mean shut up, don't say nothing. That's in your mind to be like, yeah, I'm gonna come out here and play with these mother. I'm gonna do this. No, nigga, shut the fuck up and go do your job.
Down, bro. Better stop. Fuck around, get cut. Bro. Fuck
Like,
around,
bro,
get cut.
you have no leverage, my nigga. Like,
Hey. Y'all chime in on that one, man. But hey, Steve, let's talk about these 49ers, bro. 49ers got a matchup coming up versus the Ram, a divisional matchup. And let's just say Brock Purdy will not be playing in that game alongside a number of other players, bro. They in the double digits of players that's either out or on IR. Like the 49ers, bro. Yes, they have a 3-1 record right now before the actual game is played, but they facing a lot of challenges with these injuries. And just for context, you got tonight, Thursday versus the Rams, got the Bucks, the Atlanta Falcons, Houston, Texas, the Giants, and the Rams again in the next 6 weeks. Are things about to get worse for the 49ers, bro?
yeah, because like you said, half of the people that's on that's in that double digit is on IR, and the other half we don't know when they returning, and some of them day to day. So the only thing that is the first two games is gonna be kind of an issue. The next three is kind of survival. You can survive them games, but the thing is, that's only if you're getting your players back. But Yeah, I don't think this random record about to last. So it's coming to an end. Like at the end of the day, I think they called people off guard. We didn't expect them to come out blazing that they did, and then Nick went down, and then that was just a starter. That started the fire. And then we just at this point, I think we're just seeing a slow burn of a building going down, and it's just gonna be a start of it. It's just gonna get smokier and smokier each week.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I think that this is definitely some questions, especially with Brock Purdy so far in the season, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And then you talk about Nick Bosa, your pass rusher is not that. Steve-O in the first game that they played without Nick Bosa, they didn't have anything. No sacks, no pressures, no hurries. Like that is crazy. That is crazy.
Insane.
And your defense is kind of like in a rebuilding phase. Your offense is still trying to figure out his weapons on the offensive side. You still got George Kittle, but he's, older now. You still got Trent Williams. He's definitely older now,
Older
future Hall
as
of
hell.
Famer. The crazy thing is, Steve-O, Christian McCaffrey is healthy.
And he look healthy and he playing healthy. That's the oxymoron of the whole thing.
But can he
He
carry them? That
he
sounds
gonna
crazy as
he
hell.
gonna carry himself into an injury. That's what's gonna happen.
For real, because that is crazy, bro. I think that with this,
I ain't gonna
especially
lie, bro. I'ma just say it, bro. The writing on the wall.
for who?
The whole team.
Ooh.
Start the house sale now.
Mm.
He get something for Christian. He's the highest bidder right now. Get something. He ain't got that many years left anyway. He's already dealing with calf and Achilles injuries. You was one Achilles injury away from it's done. Get some while he's playing that his shit going up. You could get some other players. Get some for George. Get some for goddamn your coach. Start this shit over and get at least get yourself some picks and get yourself at least some scenarios where you could give your chance to flip this shit and get into the right direction in the near future. But you keep going down this road, you gonna put yourself in a bind, in my opinion.
I agree with that. I think that that's one thing about the NFL, bro. You can literally flip your team in a year. Literally. We see
It
it all
just
the time
it's
from
just when
worst
you
to first.
decided it's just when you decide to break it down.
Yep. You got to be proactive with it. You got to see what's out there. Like you ain't got much right now. Y'all, to me personally, held on to a very old team for a while. A long time.
Hmm.
Probably past due what, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Past
got y'all
expiration.
stretch. They got they bro. When I say they ring the hell out this team, they ring the hell out of it.
It's dry now.
It's dry as hell. It's bones.
For real. It's dry. And yeah, those 49ers. Because bro, I'm looking at the Rams. They gonna be good. But Steve-O, the Seattle Seahawks young
Young,
defense, bro.
looking
Young
nice.
offense. Sam Darnold looking like the early parts of last year with Minnesota before he,
Mm-hmm.
tweaked out the last few games.
Nigga looking like Ryan Tannehill when he came in the league.
Bro, I'm just saying they look good over there in Seattle. A disappointment is Arizona. They still got some talent though, but you behind two teams in your division at the very least. So I think that I'm with you. I think if you're the San Francisco 49ers, you definitely got to start looking at ways. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think they give it a couple games and then Kyle Shanahan, you got to make tough decisions depending on how these next few games go, especially if some of you guys can't even get healthy and your quarterback is still hurt. Brock Purdy been hurt. He out. So you're gonna have to make some tough decisions moving forward. So we're gonna see what's to it.
Yep.
So I don't know. But hey, that is it from us today, unless Steve-O, you got something else.
Nah.
But all right, y'all, that is it from us today, man. We appreciate excuse me, shit. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all go ahead and let us know how y'all feeling about Shedeur and the San Francisco 49ers. Leave your feedback, comments, and everything down below. But in the meantime, in between time, we appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always love football. Y'all already know. We're going to catch y'all on the next for sure.
This has been a presentation of the Break